Alright, you little faggots, it's time for another video. Holy shit. Cheers, whores. Oh, god damn it. Alright, fuckers. Tonight's story time is gay as shit, but this one little asshole won't quit bothering me about it. And I don't even know why, because the redacted form of this story sucks dick. And I will only tell the real version of this shit when I know I'm not being recorded. So the time was a minute ago. Brought goddamn every motherfucking ass licking gun I had to TMH's house. If you don't know who TMH is, then go fuck yourself. I go over there with the whole crew. Once you raise enough hell, it doesn't matter how private anything is, the motherfucking piggies are gonna show up anyway. And that was this old dead tree, and we filled up fucking one of TMH's kids' old toys, some like little baby doll thing, and we like tore all the stuffing out of it and filled it up with tannerite, tied it to a fucking tree. This old ass tree, and we were hopefully going to take the tree down, but it didn't end up doing very much because it wasn't big enough charge. We blast it, we blow it up, it makes a big boom, shakes the piss out of the ground, throw everything in the back of the seat, and go. And when we were leaving, on the way back to TMH's house, we passed a fucking convoy of cops. I mean, like 4 or 5 fucking cops. K9 units, all the whole fucking works going down the road, and we knew what was going on, but thank fuck we didn't have to. I mean, like, you know, like when you're shooting and shit on private property, anywhere really, if you've ever shot enough and you've had the cops show up, then you know that it's usually not a big deal at all. You know, you just be kind and courteous and yada 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 and everything, and everybody will be on their way real quick, and there was no issues. And started on our way back home. We leave and it's dark, it's like 9-10 o'clock, and I had a GPS, and the GPS that I had is just one of the standard like old school ones. The bridge that I usually go over to East Texas, the bridge that we usually take was out, and the GPS did not know that, so it directed us to go the route to go over that bridge. And then we start seeing bridge out signs all over the goddamn place. So I grab the GPS, we chill for a minute, and I'm like, alright, well, you know, I'll pick an alternate route. I pick an alternate route, the GPS gets us back on the road, and all of a sudden we find ourselves going down a gravel road in the middle of buttfuck nowhere for about 30 solid fucking minutes. So we're just like, alright dude, fuck this shit, fuck this GPS, like, we're getting the fuck out of here. We're just gonna go back to TMH's and then we're gonna try this shit tomorrow. The GPS had been like, it would automatically change routes. I would pick a route that didn't involve this bridge, and then it would keep me on that route for, you know, 20 or 30 minutes, and then it would fucking put me right back on that route, and that happened like 3 fucking times. If what I'm saying even makes any fucking sense. It was a fucking merry-go-round of bullshit like you would not fucking believe, and I was so fucking pissed. Like, holy shit, I was pissed. And then I started to shit my pants. And I did not even realize, at this point, I'm not thinking about any of the guns in the back seat. I'm thinking just get the fuck off of the road, you get back to where you know, and then we'll try it again later. So we're going, and all of a sudden I don't even know what the fuck happened. I was like on the phone or paying attention to the GPS, I can't remember which. But apparently I'd ran a stop sign. Pulled off into the gas station parking lot, and at this point, I'm like thankful as fuck that I'm getting pulled over, because, you know, I think like, oh yeah, you know, this cop's gonna help me the fuck out. You know, he's gonna tell me where to go, tell me how to get the hell out of here, and all that shit. So it's probably like 5 minutes, and you know, the windows on my Dakota didn't work, so when I pulled over and got parked for, you know, a few seconds, I just opened the door and left it open and stayed inside the vehicle. And he's doing his thing, you know, he's running the plates and whatnot for about 5 minutes, and he gets out and starts coming up, and I'm like, as soon as he gets out and gets close enough to be like without having to holler at him in earshot and shit, I'm like, holy shit dude, I am so like, thank God you were here. I am lost as fuck. I don't know how to get back home, and I'm not thinking about the fucking like 10 guns. And all of a sudden I notice him pull out a flashlight and like take a couple steps back and shine the light. And when he starts doing that, it dawns on me like, holy shit, you fucking idiot. You didn't tell him that you have a whole fucking shitload of guns in the back. So I immediately am like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. I'm just like really nervous and I'm like shitting my pants here. I want to go get home. I'm not thinking about it. There are a whole bunch of guns back there. I'm sorry I didn't tell you right off the bat. And he's like, oh no, you know, that's fine, but that sure does look like a whole lot of firearms. I'm like, oh no, it definitely is and shit. Like, how do you want us to get out or anything? He's like, no, y'all all right and everything. Y'all good. And we're like, okay. And then he's like, you know, give me the registration and shit in the from the glove box. Big Boss decided, I mean, it's not like it was a bad idea, but it was just spur of the moment thing, I guess. When we left, he threw his Makarov in there in the glove box. And so he pops the glove box open, and the Makarov's there on top of the papers that we need to give to the officer, which also, by the way, had a dip in his fucking lip the size of fucking goddamn Mount Everest, and a fucking 10-gallon cowboy hat. He was really cool though. Like, he was super fucking cool. Dude's like, all right, well, you know, since there's a gun literally right there, like, y'all go ahead and get out of the vehicle. So we get out, and he has us step away from the vehicle. And he asks us, he says, all right, now, I'm gonna ask you boys one more time, if y'all are into anything, you know, if y'all got warrants or anything, I'm gonna find it, and if y'all are up to something, I'm gonna find out. So if y'all want to go ahead and tell me what's going on here. And we're like, no, it's not that. I literally would think the same shit. Like, 9 times out of 10, 2 pasty faggots in a fucking car full of guns in the middle of the night rolling around Texas, you know, I would definitely assume nefarious activities were afoot as well. He runs all of our information, you know, nothing comes back. And at this point, he had opened the driver's side passenger rear passenger door and was looking at all the fucking guns I had piled up there, and it just so happened to be that the Desert Eagle was on top of the entire pile. So I'm like, oh, you should totally open that box right there. It's probably fucking such a bad thing to say in retrospect, but I mean, I just, you know, he was looking at it. He was eyeballing the piss out of all those guns, because I mean, you know, he's cool and shit, and he just wanted to see what the fuck was going on and was looking at guns. Everybody likes guns. I was like, oh, you should open that box right there and check that shit out. So he pops it open and starts looking at it, and he's like, holy shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, that shit's the coolest shit ever, ain't it? And he's like, I have never seen one of these things, and I know what a Desert Eagle is and all that, but I've never seen one with this paint job. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, it's fucking badass. And so, you know, he plays with it for a minute, and then he puts it back up and everything, and he tells us how to get around the outed bridge and everything like that, and everything went super smooth, and it was fucking awesome. I can't remember that dude's name. So yeah, everything went super smooth. It was really cool. I don't really know why even anyone would want to hear this faggot ass story, but there it is. The point of this story, and any other story I ever tell about fucking coming into contact with law enforcement with firearms involved, is just be fucking nice. Just be nice. I mean, goddamn. Like, there's no need to escalate anything for anybody anywhere. I mean, like, literally, man. Unless someone is hell-bent and it's obvious as fuck that they're fixing to fucking, like, literally kill you, then you can get lippy, then you can get defensive. That's the way my mentality works, is don't talk shit, you won't get fucking hit. And that's the case. If you're nice and polite to police officer, you probably will, 9 times out of 10, even get out of a fucking traffic violation. And also, to add to the story, as we were finishing up, he hands us our licenses and shit back, and is like, y'all, well, you know, I'm still gonna have to write you up for running the stop sign and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, no, yeah, absolutely. Like, 100%, I don't care. Like, yeah, go right on ahead. And he's like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. Y'all are good, man. Just, you know, take such and such and go blah, blah, and it'll be all good. I was like, well, holy shit, man, thanks. Like, that's fucking awesome. So yeah, I got out of a ticket from being nice, and it was really fucking badass.